mid wind,
Hmm.
maybe an off lane bat and a 4 tiny. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because I just think like you're not going to put wind bat rider in the same lane. 5 tiny feels pretty. So yeah, you're looking along the lines of competent player. So I wouldn't put it past him to be able to play the wind. But yeah, I think this is probably a Robo Z wind.
Yeah, yeah. RoboZ loves the Wind Ranger mid, and when I think of Lysix, I'm thinking of the big Wombo combo team fight ultimates like
Yeah.
Darkseer, Mars, even Primal to some extent.
Yep. Yeah,
Love to
any
see.
sort of like big beefy boys get in there kind of heroes like Timbersaw kind of fits that bill as well. Doom, the old just kind of run like sit behind me team and charge forward.
Yeah, yeah, certainly trying to make space for that Monkey King to find the best jump target. Wait, nope, sorry, for
Other one.
other one,
Yeah.
Akatsuki. Yeah. Yeah. Creating an opening for that Wind Ranger, for that Bat Rider. You create a little bit of chaos with your 3 and then get the perfect pick with the lasso, followed up by the Avatos. And Centaur Warrunner coming out for Arzent on South team, most likely. We've seen, I think we've seen a 4 Centaur this season, but
Yeah.
no position
Yeah,
5
it's
Centaur just yet.
possible.
Yeah.
It could be. This could be like a 3 Razor 4 Centaur. That is certainly possible. Um
That's a
I
tough
don't
lane to play into. So much
it's
damage.
yeah, right, because well, like you're gonna lane into then potentially like think if you're gonna lane Razor Centaur,
Hmm.
there's nothing stopping Akatsuki from just laning Wind Bat and just saying screw you. Right, like we're just not gonna interact with you in lane. You're never gonna get a leash off. You're never gonna get on top of us. We're just gonna not play the lane.
Yeah, it's certainly an avenue for success, I think, for Katsuki there. Hmm. So if we're thinking Robo Z Wind, who are we thinking for the carry?
I mean, you're definitely thinking of some sort of melee hero for wits if this is a support bat rider. Like if this is the
Hmm.
5 bat, you're thinking of some sort of melee hero like Sven, Void, Troll, some sort of hero that stands in front of you because Bat Rider is not the bodyguard. And Sven is great as well because you supply a stun. That's why I think Troll kind of fits the same bill as well. The roots are
Yeah,
possible to get.
I like the troll into the centaur,
Yeah, it
as
feels
well,
pretty good too.
but apparently
Okay,
they think better of it and
this
go with
is
the
fine.
Morphling.
Yep, this is fine too. It's kind of the same thing with the
All the trolls
Bat
banned.
Wind lane, right? It's just chill.
Hmm.
And Morph supplies a whole butt ton of magical damage as well. So Centaur, he's going to get that double ring of protection, but he's still not going to feel safe at that point. He's going to need to get a stick and, hopefully that Helm of Iron Will as soon as possible.
Yeah, he's gonna need it if he wants to survive against the morph the morph man.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
let's
raindrops too, actually. Maybe the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, raindrop stocks are definitely
Yeah.
soaring to new heights here at the tail end of 7.35D. I cannot remember a time where I've seen more people buy them in the lane. It just allows you to enables you
Yeah.
to stay in the lane. You know, like how Lifestealer wants to get Armlet just to be able to play a safe lane more, get the farm around the camp to go back to the waves. That's like that's the raindrop for
It's
almost
cool
every hero.
too, because, like, when you look at Akatsuki's draft, it's like, what hero doesn't do a burst of magical damage? One of them, right? Bat Rider. But even then, I'm pretty sure you can proc flame break or proc raindrop with flame break, so
Hmm.
you're still getting value out of it either way, right? Like literally every single hero on Akatsuki, like big burst damage, raindrop nullifies a lot of that.
Yeah, and it's also going to help out against the mid rotations as well. It's just a way to waste the time of the enemy mid laner. If you're a little
Mhm.
beefier than they anticipate, sometimes it can get you out of a gank. And that power shot, it does 470 damage, I think, at level 4 on its first target, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Dude, that's enough to cut down the beefiest boy, like in the laning stage when you're trying to fight for your level like 4, 5, 6 timing. A Wind Ranger just comes by and just like, yeah, I got this one.
Man, I am still so curious about these drafts because outside of the Morphling and the Disruptor, I legitimately have no idea what's happening. Like, I think I have an idea that it is going to be the Midwind. Okay, it is for sure the Midwind, unless something completely crazy is happening and it's a Mid Mars.
Yeah.
But the reason I kind of was taken aback a little bit is because when you look at South Team's draft, they need some sort of mid laner here. Right, because Razor can't really lane too well into Wind. Monkey King feels even worse. So,
We could see Akita
what's
play.
your answer? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Bing
So this
bong.
is a support centaur.
Or 4 monkey.
Or for monkey,
Or
yes,
5
that's true
monkey.
too.
Yeah, we see Masha pick up the monkey.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. Oh,
I'm surprised that people have been picking up for Disruptor.
why's that?
I'm personally a big fan of it. I like it. I think that the buff was significant enough to make him be able to be in a 4 position, and that the build is kind of changed into more of a blink ag sort of rush. So like I think it's really cool. I just wasn't expecting people to immediately kind of pick up on that.
Yeah.
I think like Dota's evolving so quickly and people are picking up on things a lot quicker than they would have in the past. Like sleeper heroes were sleeper for a long time until, like that one change and everyone's like, "Oh my god, they're busted." And Disruptor kind of hit that bill where he got a little incremental patch and stonks went up immediately. And things are changing and progressing with this hero every single day.
Yeah, it's I feel I don't know if it's now because there are just more teams playing all the time that these developments just happen more rapidly.
Mhm.
Maybe there are fewer Smurfs as well. People, I mean,
Yeah.
Smurfing's still a problem. Like, come on, let's be real. But yeah, I think now it's just more information is more readily available. And speaking of readily available, we have a game one coming at you here between AcatSuki and South Team. Both teams looking to secure their playoff berths and avoid the the struggle of a tiebreaker series. Crasheroni, who do you have for game one?
Oh goodness. It's a really hard question because you're asking me to either vote against Disruptor or vote against the team with my new favorite banners, Akatsuki. And either way, my mind is split in two. I think a lot of it's going to have to do with this laning stage. I don't know too well what this top lane is going to look like for Akatsuki. I am going to bite my tongue and wait to see because I don't think Disruptor Centaur is the strongest lane. Like the combo is very clear,
Mm-hmm.
but you can only do it so many times, right? It's not reliable, constant harass. It's just going to be a glimpse into stomp into double edge, and you do that once. So it's like whittle them down slowly but surely. Hard to do with a Morphling because he has strength shift as well. It's infinite regen, it feels like, because he just goes down to 200 HP and pops a 5 wand, and all of a sudden he's full life again. Um,
Right.
but yeah, so like that's not necessarily a reliable way. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's what my mind's at right now with this top lane specifically.
So I think that that kill potential, as you mentioned, will probably happen once with the Disruptor
Yeah.
Centaur. But more so, I view it as placing the Disruptor in the lane of the Bat Rider to just simply avoid the Firefly presence. You know,
Yes.
pops that Firefly at level 3, they're looking for the kill. As soon as he starts advancing, just glimpse him, and, you know.
Actually, I think it's going to be Tiny Morph because Destroyer's on the Tiny. Um,
No,
Destroyer is the wards. So I assume this is a 5 bat. Interesting. They might just be swapping a little bit.
yeah.
So I think your
The wards went
oh
to
no,
that.
yours they're 5. No, I'm broken. Your is their 5. Don't mind me.
Oh,
I
dude,
am wait.
who sang that like that late '90s, early 2000s? Is that Evanescence that does like the song "Broken"?
I think
Like
so.
super
Yeah.
whiny and shit. Yeah.
Yes.
If I could sing, I would
Oh.
treat you all here. But you're maybe gonna treat South Team to a little smoke break on Cook-a-Hook.
Be fine.
It's
God, I
fine.
hate games that are this boring. You know, we're already 15 seconds in and there's no first blood. What is this?
We're not getting what we paid for, and
No.
I will speak with Gaben about this.
Thank you. Write him a strongly worded email.
Speaking about getting what we paid for, Crash, we haven't spoken about it since it's dropped. Crownfall. What are your initial
We
impressions?
haven't. Big fan, honestly. As a more or less recently turned free to play player,
Yeah.
um, I like that a lot of the stuff that you can get through the quote unquote cavern crawl is, because it feels more like a battle pass laid out.
Yeah. Almost
Like,
like
yeah, it
a
feels more like a
tavern crawl.
traditional gaming battle pass than it does a Dota battle pass.
Yeah, I agree. And we see Lysix, the subject of the aggression here from
Body
South Team, and the
blocks.
glimpse will come out and seal his fate. Cookahoo claiming first blood, and a great start for this safe lane Razor.
Absolutely phenomenal, Masha. Wonderful, wonderful body blocking. What more could you ask for?
Oh, well, not much from your Monkey King here. And, well, I think we might see... oh, he won't find the sentry blocking the hard camp. I was going to say that's what we could ask for. A nice little
Interesting.
sentry block. But that's a great place. If you play against Coddle mid, my friends, and he's on Radiant,
Yes.
block that camp with that sentry position.
Yes.
So hard to find.
Hard agree. Hard agree. So they're running the Monkey King top. I genuinely thought it was going to be Disruptor Centaur. I couldn't really tell you why they're running this Monkey King up here. There's no real kill potential I see between Centaur Monkey unless it's on the bat, but this core Morphling, this one, should be fine more or less.
Yeah, I think your answer might lie right there within that Primal Spring. If you catch Morphling Agimorphed all the way down and you're in trees, and you're able to Primal Spring right on top of him or Boundless Strike, like level
That's
3,
true.
You're gonna hit a big power spike.
Maybe the
like
courier snipe potential stronger in the top lane too.
Yeah, we know how important the region is for that Morphling.
Yeah.
He really loves to play it close to the wire, Agimorph all the way down, and get that region going. Yeah. I've suffered at the hands of a few Monkey Kings having the courier snipes happen. Would not recommend.
No, would not. I wish, that's a buff I want to see. Make couriers worth more gold again. I want to see more courier sniping.
Would you ever want to return to the days of one courier per team?
No, God, no. and the mid lane has priority over the courier for the first like 15 minutes of the game. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that
Oh,
a special time in Dota.
that was one of the worst. Wards were so expensive too. They were like 75 gold or something like that.
God, man. I do not miss that aspect of the economy. Early game. Tough to navigate for sure. And these waters in the middle river, a little tough to navigate for RoboZ, but staying even in CS. Both mids at 14 and 2.
Yeah, but Osito, he doesn't have that camp to fall back to, which is gonna hamper him in the long run, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like he might pull his hair out trying to figure out where that ward is. He's got a sentry to cut that tree down, but I'm not sure if he will go for it. Might just block
He
it
can't
himself.
find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the creeps cross that little left corner there, so he might not even know that there's a sentry. He probably will know after the first minute didn't spawn a creep wave, but
Yeah, it's 3 minutes. He's got to have some sort of idea now. Crazy if he didn't.
yeah. Dosito going for the brown boots earn. Gonna hit that level 6 timing pretty soon, about quarter of the way to level 5. That's when we see those first rotations happen from the Keeper of the Lights. Man, they can really
Vessel's
establish.
so good this game.
Yeah, you got the Morphling, you got... no one else really heals up a ton, but...
I think it's really good into Mars too.
Yeah.
Like, not that he heals a bunch, but it's just really good into the hero, right? Stops his blink.
Free damage through Bulwark also.
Yeah, exactly. Quite a lot of damage through Bulwark too.
And we're gonna go away from the horse and pony show there in the mid lane with the Keeper of the Light. Take a look down here at the bottom lane. Crash, any standout concepts or issues here in the bottom lane for either team here?
Mars is kind of getting shafted a little bit, dude. He is currently 9
Oh!
and 1 on the old CS department.
As he walks into danger,
He's dead.
Nanako gonna hit that great glimpse of two-person avalanche from Destroyer, doing a lot of work. God's Rebuke. Gonna have something to say about that, but Nanako will get the kill onto Mars, and now probably gonna pay for it with his own life. Or Tiny, for your insolence. You have crumbled to dust, and Nanako will go the honorable route of Seppuku under the tier 1 tower, giving a little bit of gold shared between the two off-lane buddies from AcatSuki, but no experience.
Yeah. That's the big one right now. That's the one thing the Listics desperately needs. Because Shuri's not getting gold, which is like... I mean, not ideal, obviously. Any offlaner not getting gold is very unhappy. But Mars is definitely one of those heroes that gets 6 and can do things. The quicker you're 6, the quicker you can start accumulating gold.
Yeah, the arena is going to be so vital for taking down that Keeper of the Light and taking down the Monkey King from the trees, you know, just how it cuts down trees immediately.
Yeah.
Lysic's high value hero for experience, and South team doing the thing, keeping him away from it.
I think the only thing that could have gone better there is if Nanako was able to stay there, glimpse them back, like both of them back to base, and then deny themselves to tower, right? That's like the ideal scenario.
Okay, new idea for Disruptor talent. Glimpse gets 2 charges.
AoE glimpse.
Oh, that's so busted. And we're going to see not an AoE glimpse, but just one. And Kukahook will dodge the Mars Spear. And the Static Link will get all the damage he needs as there's a death top. South team up massively here.
Yeah, disasters across the map. Like, this is the strength of this Disruptor Razor lane. It's very easy. Right, the double lightning, we kind of joked about it, but it is incredibly strong. Right, the Thunderstrike doesn't just like slow them a little bit. It's gonna keep them in that static link for longer. Yori's getting glimpsed back to base. Bye bye.
Oh no! And now Destroyer with the toss back onto Nanako, but Keeper the Light is here as well. And Destroyer gonna pay for that strong arm with his life. And Osito not content with just one. Will go for 2 here with the Solar Bind on the Listics, increasing the magic damage that he takes, and he will just get torn down. This AcatSuki offlane suffering at the hands of South team, losing their tier 1 tower off of the back of that catapult and the mid rotation. And I don't know if RoboZ is getting enough done in the mid lane to really be happy with it. We will see a TP come out in the top lane as the Bat Rider falls, but they will get a return kill on the Centaur. Oh, and the Boundless Strike narrowly missing from Masha. Nice try, young man, but not close enough. Now Masha gonna go claim his one Wisdom Rune. And who claimed the Wisdom Rune on?
Destroyer got it.
Destroyer, okay.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, so they were able to retain their Wisdom Rune, thank God, but they are bleeding kills horribly. I mean, the tier 1 tower is dead. Lysix is level 4, for God's sake. It's like, you need to take the supports away from his lane, but they keep rotating heroes to this Mars, so you're like, okay, I need to keep bringing supports into this lane to save him. But, like, there's no winning this situation that Mars has been put in. Like, you bring the supports, you don't get the kills, you get no XP, you get no gold, so what's the point?
See a Solar Bind use on RoboZ, and the toss back from Tiny, throwing Osito under the tower, and the Focus Fire coming out onto the Keeper of the Light, but Masha has arrived and will kill the Wind Ranger. They're going to go for more. Disruptor will fall on the side of the Radiant. Masha gets the Battle Strike out onto 2, and Osito is going to clean up another kill. Going for the 3rd. You're under the tower, has the Firefly up, so laying on the fiery trail of damage, and slow, and Kukahook gonna hit him with the plasma field, but it's not gonna be enough to bring him down. Osito's still on the prowl, puts the Illuminate down, gonna get healed up by this, enabling him to charge a little deeper into the woods. Another Solar Bind off, but no vision on this Bat Rider. You're doing a great job of juking the Mischief used. You give a little bit of movement speed, and Masha will reveal the target in your. Now, Osito gets another kill, killing spree achieved for him. And who puts this sword? Your? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, close, but no cigar from RoboZ.
Dude, these supports on South team are owning. Nanako and Masha are wreaking havoc across this map.
Yeah, I love how both supports play off of each other with the vision game.
Yes, so good. I mean, so much vision potential from South team. The Qs from Kukahook, The Q from Caudle as well, right? The Illuminate gives a little bit of vision as well. Centaur just blinking in existing Stampede as well. There was so much vision potential for South Team. And this is the thing with Disruptor, and this is why he's so prevalent right now. Is a lot of the times people now just realize, hey, Disruptor fits our draft perfectly. Right? Pangos, Razors, Centaurs, these heroes that get vision that do things for you.
Yeah,
Disruptor fits. Yeah.
And this Observer Ward showing off the positioning of Lissix, whether he tries to pull the creep wave back, Juke in the tree line, and Nanako. Level 6 has a Static Storm available. No points in Kinetic Field, though, so might...
This is an insane build. I wouldn't be caught dead doing this.
No?
A complete Chad build, I love it. But it absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I can't imagine having Static Storm and no points in a Kinetic Field. That is so funny to me.
I think having just the potential of the Solar Bind is enough to threaten.
Yeah. I mean, you have so much damage with 3 points into your Thunderstrike. It's actually insane.
Yeah, and I think more than not, they're just gonna hold Static Storm until someone jumps on the Coddle. So you just
it's just an AoE stomp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very cool build. This is a I actually had a conversation with a friend about Disruptor builds yesterday, and this was one of our main topics, was talking about like Max and Q over Kinetic Field, or in this case just not getting it.
And some of the qualifiers I saw, the 4 in both Glimpse and Thunderstrike, and here we see that first Static Storm used to dissuade Mars from staying in his own arena. Stampede coming out from Arzen, getting safely, well, not safely yet, Power Shot available on the Wind Ranger. They will locate him and interrupt with the Adaptive Strike. Witz getting the kill. A massively important gold infusion for the Morphling. Now Destroyer getting destroyed himself.
Beautiful Lissix. He's got no gold to his name, but he does have his 6, and that's all that he needs.
Solar Bind out onto Robo Z. Lasso available on Yor, so Keeper like gonna have to think twice about his aggression here. But Masha, Monkey Brain, no thoughts, going in and back onto the trees. Gonna mischief and not get knocked off the tree with the Flame Break to avoid that stun. Good heads up play coming. Another Solar Bind out onto Yor. Ostido feeling spicy, going to join his Razor here in the mid lane and push this tower.
Flame Break used to break trees, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Like ages ago, like a long while ago.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't anymore.
No, no.
Bat Rider getting gone on by Masha's Monkey King, and the 4th Jingu hit will arrive, so Masha buffed up, getting that sizable slow with the use of this Orb of Corrosion, and Yor will fall, Nanako getting the kill, and the Tier 1 tower mid map is opened wide for South Team. Only one Tier 1 tower remains, and this Morphling running out of room to farm. So, not doing too badly. He's got... Vlad. The net worth. Got a Vlad's, Trez,
yeah.
Some action happening.
He's got items.
Boundless Strike onto Lissix, and Ocido gonna get the burst damage out onto him. The TP will not be quick enough. Stampede next. Amplify damage on Robo Z, but he's gonna get hit with the hoof stomp. Masha in the trees looking for that +1. Robo Z will fall, and the +1 has been found in Destroyer. Glimpse back into the jaws of South Team, and it is looking to come up all South Team here. Destroyer gonna fall, and we are on to the next one, my friends. Yor hits the lasso, looking to drag the Monkey King to the high ground, but this boy can jump. I think that's the wrong target, my friend. Yeah, and they get the Observer Ward!
Oh man, dude, this is such a rough game for AcatSuki. Like, this is near over. Wind, no way of recovery. Morphling has a Vlad's, right? There's farm potential. He can sit in jungle forever if he wants with this Vlad's, but it's got to amount to something soon. Your net worth needs to turn into something, whether it be fight potential, push potential, roast potential, something to get your ball rolling. Because right now, AcatSuki, there's nothing for them to start doing. Mars is going to go for a Yule Scepter first item, and Wind is still struggling to get that Maelstrom. So low on damage, low on initiation. I feel like AcatSuki are just waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, and don't know if they can afford to wait on these things to happen, as Lysix getting gone on again under his tier 2 tower. The audacity of South Team, as they are anywhere but southbound on this graph, going north, north, north at 87 win percent probability here at 14 minutes. I mean, we've seen...
I dare say the gall of Lysix. How dare he think that he can stand under his tier 2 tower? This is South Team's map to own. How dare you? RoboZ, you're next, brother.
Oh, RoboZ, what do you got, my pal? You got a Maelstrom? How do you live, RoboZ? Do we need a Gleipnir next on you? Is that enough to catch this pesky Coddle? So I think to win a fight on AcatSuki, you've got to get the Disruptor and Coddle in Arena.
Yes. So the Destroyer just got Blink. Like, it's on the courier flying out to him right now. Thank God. You have some way to initiate. The ball can start rolling. Sisyphus can start pushing the ball up the hill.
Oh, but man, that hill is never ending here for South Team as they get caught in a static storm, though both will be able to escape. Lysix under... Oh, alright. Killing that pesky monkey. RoboZ using the focus fire to get him down, and the glimpse back onto Lysix. Now he's contained inside of the static field, but Osido falls! They've killed the monkey, they've killed the Disruptor, they've killed the Coddle. AcatSuki striking back and hitting where it counts.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great initiation stop from Disruptor. Nanako, a beautiful static storm, stops any sort of initiation that would have ended that fight a lot sooner for AcatSuki. But I feel like South Team, they just kind of overplayed their hand with an underwhelming amount of heroes. Arzent wasn't really there because he was waiting for his Blink Dagger, so he was kind of in and out of the fight. Not really willing to show his face until he can get a good Blink initiation off.
Do you think it was a mistake from Disruptor in not hitting the kinetic field on top of the static storm? Or does
probably. I would say so, right? Because that's going to stop the initiation fully. The problem with static storm without kinetic field is the old walk away strategy. It's very strong, I hear.
It is. Boots good item.
Yeah. Well, Monkey King doesn't need them. Monkey King, he needs no boots, dude. Just straight up Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, he can climb the trees without boots, and the glimpse will not spell death just yet for Lysix as he gets tossed to safety. But Arzent looking to do his best to prevent that. Masha jumping into just cascading over these lines of conflict. South Team in and out and in and out again. They get a kill, but they lose their Centaur. Arguably, somehow the gold change was in favor of AcatSuki, but the XP wasn't.
Yeah, just because Centaur's bigger, right?
Yeah.
Not by much, but still, like, a little bit. But it's who gets the gold, right? The gold got split between Monkey and Disruptor compared to Wind and Tiny. You know, there's definitely two heroes I'd like to be getting gold more than Monkey Disruptor. But to be fair, that does mean Disruptor has Blink, and that means that RoboZ might die here because of it.
Yeah, this Solar Bind is slowing RoboZ down. The robot needs a little bit of grease in those joints, and we'll get out. South Team not wanting to jump across the river just yet. They do have 4 heroes collected. And we will see a smoke come out from AcatSuki. 2 heroes concealed under its veil. And RoboZ. Focus fire available. BKB almost finished. Looks like they want to
reward.
This tier 1 tower.
Wits top.
Oh no. The Vlad's a good item, but not going to save you from the static storm and 5 heroes.
Yeah. Yeah. The duo smoke was a nice move from AcatSuki, but there were 4 heroes from South Team smoking up top to Wits under a beautiful observer ward. Planted ages ago. This ward has no right existing.
By Masha, that one?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, especially if you're going to be farming this area, just call out a sentry. Is your life not worth more than 50 gold?
Yeah, 50 gold, a small investment to pay for just keeping yourself on the map. And now Morphling, hefty respawn time. He was level 13 on that death, so feeling the impact of his absence on the map. And would you expect Morphling to shift his farm to bottom now with this this vision coming out?
Looks like that's exactly what he's doing too. It's probably going to be triangle zone for Wits for a while until he starts seeing more heroes. Just because Lissix is farming this area so effectively right now, and you don't want to really take that away from him.
Yeah. And I like AcatSuki's choice to put this observer outside of the high ground area. That's just so commonly warded and dewarded.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd agree.
All right. Spirit form used on Osita, looking for a little bit of vision here. Not gonna find anything though. Oh my god!
My
Look
goodness.
at that!
I like that we both saw the same thing immediately.
Yeah. But just see how Nanako places that observer there. Just the vision game evolving over the patch,
Yeah.
over the group stages.
I mean, don't get us wrong. High ground wards like this on the Spire here are incredibly important. But when you're taking fights, they are incredibly important. I think they lose their value because they're so easily dewarded. Like, if you're going to place a random ward, don't place it on the Spire. Place it near a Spire. Like, okay.
Aspire to be better.
Yes. So, like, I just wanted to make sure nothing was happening around the map. So here's my little spiel. But put a little sentry ward down. And, like just hover over.
Here, the toss up from Destroyer on a Monkey King.
Dead.
And Wit's gonna love to claim that kill. 384 gold going to him.
Masha knows. Masha knows there's a ward there immediately.
Yeah.
There's no way they make that jump without it. But this is gonna, in a weird way, kind of open up Roshan for AcatSuki. Sure, it's only a Monkey King. Sure, it's only a support Monkey King at that. But they do have a lot of damage on AcatSuki right now in South Team. They aren't gonna respond to this. They're drawing lines on the map to push out. And they're just gonna concede this. No Monkey King, no way to help. They have TPs? I wonder what the reason is to stop this. To not stop this even. Everyone has a TP.
Could be item
Weird.
time.
Could be. There's nothing big necessarily that's coming out though. Like Razor just finished his SNY. He's getting towards the BKB, but it's not quite there yet. I guess Centaur Blade Mail will be big and nice.
Osino going BKB also, I think, or Ag. Yeah, he's got his Ogre Axe, kind of close, and I mean, first Aegis not super consequential.
No,
it's more so insurance for this Morphling to farm uninterrupted, I think.
Hopefully, ideally.
Yeah, if you're an AcatSuki fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Destroyer. TP out top. He's fine. BKB finished on Robo Z. So survivability is Wind Ranger's middle name right now. Between Wind Run and BKB, there's nothing stopping this wind. Unless you get a nicely timed glimpse.
Yeah, one of the only weaknesses of this AcatSuki or the South Team draft, no control that pierces BKB.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say Disruptor Eggs, it doesn't pierce BKB, but it disables it.
It does.
So similar, right? Similar idea.
It disables its activation. If you want, you could BKB and walk into it.
You could.
You could.
You could.
I might
and
question.
To be fair, that is a decent move to make if you need to close that gap to get to get to a core. There is nothing wrong doing that.
Though it will cancel your blink now because it's not a full damage reduction. So
that's true.
Do be mindful.
Oh, Nanako.
All right, and I hear a lasso coming up on Nanako, and this is a value target. The Blink Static Storm Disruptor. Cut down in his prime, 30 seconds until his respawn, and you gotta imagine AcatSuki here looking to push another tier 2 tower.
Yep. Yeah, the engines are revving. The ball is officially fully rolling. It's going up that hill. It's looking good for AcatSuki now all of a sudden, right? They've secured that Aegis, which is good, but I think the big timings were their Blink Daggers. Right, Lissix has now gotten his. He's had his for a while, but Destroyer was the first big one. Now with the Force Staff too. Mobility, sustain, they're ticking all the boxes right now for AcatSuki.
They certainly are. And with that tiny, the Force Staff, it's 2/3 of the Holy Trinity between the Blink and Force Staff. Now lets you get in and get out, so it's just not a one-way ticket to your demise, you know.
Yeah, exactly, and it's a double-edged sword too, because not double-edged sword, it's a quadruple. It's a double-edged sword on one side. It's good too because you can toss someone out and then Force Staff them further. Like you can really get someone out of there right? There should be no potential for a glimpse if you force staff and toss them. Like that should be enough range that glimpse doesn't touch them.
Yeah. Yeah, no Aetherlands. No.
No, heavens no.
No Eye of
Eighth
the
lens is such a
Vizier.
grief.
Yeah, no Eye of the Vizier on Nanako. That would be a good tier 2 item, but arguably Philosopher's Stone OP. And now Lysix finding out just how OP Cookahhook is when you have a stun to help him out. Will get speared back to the tier 2 tower. No latch though. And no AcatSuki members here to punish.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think they're on full mode dodge right now without their Mars. Tier 2 tower gonna get cut down when you have the Spirit Form Keeper that like to keep you healed up. Oh, fortification.
They will fortify. It's a free one. It's free for it. Might as well. No reason not to. Delay them and maybe dissuade them.
Sure. And
yeah, it looks like they've been dissuaded.
I don't want that tower anymore. It doesn't look too appetizing. Couple of mobility items coming out. We have a Force Staff on the Bat Rider, so to match the mobility of the Tiny, you know, his comrade in arms. These two boys are going to be blinking and bouncing all around the map, and we have a Blink Dagger on Wind Ranger as well. Flying out.
I mean, general itemization this game has been phenomenal so far from every single person on every single team. Right, the S and Y into the Gleipnir build up on Cookahhook is going to be fantastic. Like we've talked about, mobility is king right now for AcatSuki. And sure, the Gleipnir isn't going to stop the Force Staffs from forcing people, but it's like it's for use after it or for to force the Force Staff, right? Either way.
We're going to see AcatSuki force something down the throats of South Team here. Looking to blink, but Nanako a little faster on the draw. Destroyer still on the prowl. We'll get the tree toss, and Bat Rider, you are a mad lad all the way in. Gets the lasso onto the Disruptor, so they're already down 5-4. Who will take this next wave of the fight? The Yule's used on Mars, gets the arena down before his death, but also Masha getting the kill on the Tiny. Cookahhook face checking the arena here, and they are on the prowl. Wit's the prime target, but that waveform gonna buy him a lot of space. Osito now has found his target with the solar buy. No. Arisen locking that down with the stun, and another kill going the way of Osito. This Keeper of the Light, Crash, something needs to be done. Something needs to be done.
Yeah, he is keeping the light quite well, actually. It is currently he feels like the beacon of light for South Team. I mean, sure, right, your Razor's farmed. He is farming. He is the most farmed on the team, on the map, even. Which is good, great. But I feel like Razor's one of those heroes that needs to have a little bit more like a considerable amount of net worth more than his opposing part to do. Like when it's something like a Morphling and a Wind, to do as much as they do. Just because your whole thing with Razor's, I'm going to steal your damage and make your net worth less effective. Mm-hmm. But both Wind and Morphling have ways of getting out of that securely, unless you get your shard, which doesn't have yet. Maybe after Satanic we can look to see something along those lines, just to pull them back with the static link.
Yeah, do you think this Reaver is just a casual Reaver? Oh no, he queues up the full Satanic.
Yeah, he's got the Satanic queued up. He's ready for it.
Says, I'm just gonna be the problem that they cannot ignore. I'm going to walk at towers and make them respond to me. I don't need a Gleipnir just yet. And man, this Monkey King. The BKB Diffusal. No boots, and he's going Nullifier next. An absolute nuisance. There's no monkeying around on the side of South Team. This Wind Ranger, when her Wind Run gets dispelled, she's a far ways away from level 25.
Yeah. Do you think that that's definitely the talent that you're getting? Do you think there's ever a world where people start getting Focus Fire again? Oh, hold that thought, actually.
Not when Nullifier is so good and prevalent, you know?
Yeah.
But Lysix. Oh, Lysix. You are the true sacrificial 3 here in game 1.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, Arzent was pretty in bad shape for a while, too. Like net worth wise, it was fine because he had Blink Veil, but his net worth was a little lacking. Like if you took a look at it, it was like, oh, okay, he's not doing too hot. But you can clearly see now, not just from like play positioning, but from legitimate net worth as well. Mars is in the dumps, dude.
Yeah, almost bottom of the barrel on net worth. 10, 9, 8, 7th position on the map. It's clear. It's clear the hierarchy of importance for heroes on AcatSuki, and I mean they're only 6K behind when the kill score is 27-12, and they've lost 4 towers already. So
no, this is a great position for AcatSuki because they're still in fighting shape.
yeah, it's amazing that the net worth is so heavily in favor of South Team when the tower score is even as well.
Yeah,
just the kill count being that much more important. Amplified damage rune available on the Wind Ranger, so this could provide for, well, the long Roshan time. So not going to be able to use the amplified damage to take the Roshan. Might look to see AcatSuki here form up and take a fight. They're going to see the Monkey King reveal on mid. So these two are ripe for the jump, though the 2 Blink Daggers may serve as a saving grace. And a saving grace is not needed when you go on the offensive, but the toss, oh, Tiny getting the kill onto Disruptor. And we see the attempts of an escape forming. Blink TPs will happen, and it is a hit and run for AcatSuki there, getting a kill for free just off the back of the BKB usage.
I wouldn't even say that was a hit and run from AcatSuki. That was supposed to be a hit and run from South Team, but somehow you've crashed your car into like Superman, and your car has been just totaled. You have been devastated by that. What were you thinking? Why would Win just not press BKB? Like, oh, I'm gonna submit myself to death. I guess if I have to BKB here to save, I would never do that. What the hell?
Yeah, unreal. And the Amplified Damage Rune expiring now, but Wind Ranger will bottle up a regen. It's got a Manta style queued up, looking to maybe get rid of the silence while getting some stats. And the Blink Shackle, beautiful, onto Monkey King, and the team arrives with the damage. Monkey King can buy back, and now Robo Z gonna fall to the massive amount of damage from the Centaur Razor combo. Wits linked up, but also linked up the Razor himself. Now the arena coming out, and Razor will fall. Centaur got to be next here. Arzent not long for this world. Health is dwindling down, and Tiny Destroyer trying to get out of the fight, buy a little bit more time, and you're trying to get away from this Monkey King, but the Static Storm coming out onto Tiny. Nanako will seal that kill. It is 2 for 3 with the buyback being used on, who was that?
So bad for South Team. That was so rough for them.
AcatSuki,
I mean, Nanako kind of recovers it a little bit.
Gets the flame break, but you got to be careful. Okay, you're playing with fire here, and I'm not talking about his bat. He's got the Gem of True Sight on him too. Oh, the glimpse will cancel out the TP from Listix, and Wit says, "You should have thought that one through, buddy."
Watching? What was that? You TP like that? I mean, you didn't have BKB. That's fine, but like, what an ambitious TP. Glimpse has such a low cooldown. It's like an 18-second cooldown. There's no way he doesn't have that up, especially when you've been chasing someone for the past, like, 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, of course he has it up.
Could have been a panic, I think.
Oh, it must have been. A little bit of misplays, I think, coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to hear the comms on that one.
Yeah.
Alright, so second Roshan being whittled down here. Destroyer gonna interrupt the attempt. Wits will get the Aegis. Robo Z picks up. No. Wits has the banner. Sorry. I'm not used to my carry players helping out the team, you know.
Oh, no, that's fair. That's understandable.
The glimpse back onto Destroyer, so South Team unhappy with the results of that Roshan attempt, but they will get a bit of a consolation prize in the Tiny. 300 gold straight to Cook-a-Hook, and then 435 split between 3 others. And now South Team back on top of the net worth, not by much, but, you know, every little bit counts.
I mean, if you're top of the net worth again in a game that you should have been winning for the past, like, 10 minutes, you are not in a good position. Yeah. Right? Like, sure, like, you could argue that 2K net, 1K net worth up is good. I would argue against that. Just as a general game state for South Team, things are really they're starting to run out of options here. Where Morphling is getting considerably big, Wind is getting considerably big. As soon as Mars gets this Lincoln Sphere, he is going to be, like with BKB Lincolns, he's going to be the god that he wants to be.
Yeah, his ascent to Mount Olympus will be complete. We do see the
Oh,
Aghanim Scepter finished on Disruptor.
this changes things.
This changes everything.
And a
But
halberd on Centaur too. Things are starting to change for South Team in big ways.
most importantly, Dagon level
Don't say
1.
it.
Honestly, you knew? You knew?
Unironically, actually kind of big.
I mean, the
Right.
heal, the spell
The
lifesteal.
heal is big.
Dude.
The heal is
So you
quite
heal yourself
nice.
already with Illuminate.
Yeah.
And now you're healing off of that damage done. It's going to add up.
Yeah, it's nice. It is quite nice, especially when you have a BKB, so a lot of the magic damage is being not quite nullified, but negated more or less.
Yeah. And AcatSuki looking to negate that minor net worth lead. Smoked up on 3, Aegis on Morph, and they are poised to strike here. Both teams splitting the valley. No one wants to give up any ground, but Robo Z looking to make the first, not the olive branch offering, but what would be the sign of war instead of offering an olive branch for peace?
Like a thistle.
Sticking up a middle finger. Yeah,
Yeah.
thistle very
It'd be a
good
thistle,
also.
Yeah, yeah.
A thistle finger.
Ooh, a thistly finger, yeah.
All right, fortification coming out to save the last little bit of health on this tier 3 tower. They will get another round of glyphs once this one falls. And Manta style being used. Not going to get a lot of chip damage with it though. A little unfortunate, but maybe just scouting out the forces available to South Team. Got Masha in the tree line working on that nullifier. 1600 gold remains. And Masha, ooh.
He's gotta be so
Firefly gonna tear down those trees, but the lasso will do instead. BKB used on Cook-a-Hook, and South Team looking to reset. Mars doing his best to prevent that. BKB and Ring used on Masha. Wukong is certainly commanding not an advantage for here, as the Razor has fallen, and now Monkey King will join him in death. Morphling reviving off the Aegis, so Aegis down, but now it's a 3-on-5, and South Team, I don't know if you have the gas left in the tank. Static Storm available. Spirit Form, not. 30 seconds left. No Octarine to reduce the cooldown here. And Wits looking to claim this tier 3 tower in the bottom lane. Double catapults have arrived to reinforce his effort. Got quite a few saves available on the side of AcatSuki with your team this healthy. And seems like South
illusion
Team.
bait.
Yeah. Love that illusion bait, the Manta style, playing to a large effect. A little extra damage. The Blink Hoof Stomp with the Static Storm to follow. Going to disable the use of any BKB or other items. Mars on the backline, looking to force them back into his team, and he's done it. Nanako thrown back into the shackle, latching on the tree, and Bat Rider cleaning up the trash, and the trash might be written Osito in marker on top of that bag. The body bag that he's been placed in. Now, only 2 remain on South Team. Their efforts foiled in their base in shambles, though Arzent not content to let Tiny get out unscathed. Will Blink, Hoof Stomp, double edge. Monkey King trying to follow up. Masha making the last ditch effort with the Primal Spring and back onto the tree, and Yor doing his best to get out of this, flapping those wings up the hill. Stampede will come out. Diffusal used on the illusion, doing absolutely nothing. Arzent, or Masha has found Destroyer in the river. The Avalanche will dissuade him from going further, and now they've chosen a different target. Robo Z not gonna suffer at all. 3 up on the side of South Team.
They're so desperate, dude. They are looking so like they need to find something. If you were curious, you know, if you're ever looking back on this game for some reason, you're like, oh man, I wonder how South Team AcatSuki Game 1 went in EPL World Series America Season 10, sponsored by Cyberscore. You'd be like, oh, I wonder how that game's what happened this game. Just tiny blink. The second that South Team stop running at AcatSuki is the second that this game starts slipping away from them. That last fight outside of high ground comes down to pretty much Disruptor getting only kinetic field off that fight. Yeah. And that's it, because the rest of his kit was useless.
Yeah, just AcatSuki understanding that at the end of the suffering, there is light. And the light is, you know, sparked up by Tiny's Blink. that was the catalyst for the change in tempo of this entire game. And now BKB on the Bat Rider, Yule Scepter on the Tiny, going into the Wind Waker next. So this mobility utility combination on the Tiny, almost complete, almost perfect in every way. Monkey King still in search of that Sacred Relic, wishing he had that nullifier for the previous fight, but not just yet. And then Aghanim Scepter purchased outright for Wind Ranger. AcatSuki looking to seal this one away. Oh my God,
no more
Crash,
buyback
dude.
either. Oh man.
A lot
I mean, it's fine.
Monkey needs to carry some dust. We see a Sentry on the Disruptor. They're unaware of this Aghanim's pickup.
Yeah.
So I think it might catch them by surprise. A lot of the times we talk about the Blink reveal or the BKB reveal. The Aghanim Scepter Wind Ranger reveal is something that will catch you with your pants down.
I think both teams have really good Ags reveals, except, Cell Team, they didn't get the one that they really wanted.
True. Yeah, Nanako, a better one there, does get the Shard from the Tormentor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic Shard. This has been heralded as one of the worst shards in the game for such a long time. And I was tooting my own little horn. I was like, no, the Shard's really good. And no one believed me. Everyone's like, oh, no, Crash, you're an idiot. Big, dumb, stupid idiot. Look who's laughing now. Everyone's like, oh, the Shard is so good. Stupid idiots. Now is the stupid idiot.
Crash, you want to share share with chat why the scrutiny was placed on it and why you disagree with the scrutiny?
Well, Thunderstrike for the longest time was just this dog water ability. Right? People were like, Thunderstrike is the worst. By the time you're getting Shard, you probably only had 1 point into it anyways. Nowadays, people are going like 4-4-1 Disruptor. Yep. So getting an early point in the Thunderstrike, or the early Shard, is really good. Getting any Shard is really good. It lets you lay traps for the Bat Rider, think old Techie's Mines, but with a Thunderstrike. Ooh, now we're talking. See, now I've got people's ears are perked up. They're like, what Techie's Mines, huh?
The remote mine sound planes. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is a great pickoff for South Team. Making some headway, but god damn, did you have to use a Static Storm to knock out?
Did you need to use the whole kitchen sink on the man? Jesus.
No, I don't think you did, but maybe just
something.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
And the complete advantage given there, nullified by the buyback. Bat Rider's complete kit is available.
Crazy buyback. That was so early too, because my thing is, if you don't buy back there if you hold your buyback and a fight breaks out near this Roche area, because it is up, all you need to do is teleport top to your portal, go through the gate, and you're back in the fight. But I guess buying back like that just, I don't know. I guess I can't think of knowing that AcatSuki were going to back up there. But I guess without Static Storm, they're not feeling confident to take a 5-on-5, which is totally fair. Just, weird buyback, but it was kind of cool as well. Like, not very obvious what the play there for that was. Do I rejoin the fight? Am I fighting Roshan? Oh, they're just not fighting? Okay, my buyback seems kind of weird now.
So, my only, I do agree, teleporting to the outpost and then taking the gate's a good play. But teleporting to the outpost takes 4 seconds for the first TP. And then the twin gate channel time. What is that?
Like 3 seconds, I think. So it's a long time. It is a long ass time. Okay, yeah, it's a long ass time you're waiting.
That might be for.
No, I was thinking more like preemptively. If you're gonna preemptively buy back like that for a Roche fight,
right?
But it works out well for, because dude, Wits is just gonna this is. I don't know how you fix this either. I think it is so broken that Morphlin can just strength shift into 6,000 strength and get a 3,000 shield, 350 shield, and then just walk at you with 200 HP. This is
it's
insane to me. But how do you fix it? Do you make it scale with their HP as it's? Because then Centaur Shield Rune is OP.
You just gotta use them. You gotta dispel it. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, and speaking of heals, Arsen thrown into the air. Lysix will get the arena, but BKB being used on Arsen to get him out of that arena safely. Masha is still in it, however, and on the back lines, Yor doing his best impression of the principal at the school, dragging the kid back to detention. No, Sita will die, and GG is called. This is a Game 1 victory for AcatSuki, coming out in a massive reversal. 43 minutes, 33 to 23. You know, Crash, I've seen some throws, but I did not see this one coming.
No, I
don't know if I want to call it a throw either. I've seen reversals
because I think that it was more like AcatSuki started hit their timing really well and were playing around it phenomenally. It was a weird one. It's a weird one for me for sure because Cell Team were only about 6k ahead, and that is completely, for lack of better words, throwable, right? You can still lose those games very, very easily. And it just came down to literally, if you take a look, the second Tiny gets Blink Dagger, the second things start going well. Tiny gets 14-minute Blink Dagger, and you take a look at the graphs, 14 minutes is when things start going better for old AcatSuki. That's when things slowly start going back their way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Great performance coming out from AcatSuki there in the second half. We love to see it. Hopefully, we'll have a bit of a back and forth in this series as we are going to take a brief intermission before we get into Game 2. So, friends,
they really got to get out. Ori is coming, baby. There's the blink forward. They find Seb. Looking now for BZM. He's going to get the blink off onto the high ground, trying to just channel through the gate. The stomp. It makes it in time. Oh, you got a BKB TP now, son. Oh, he has no TP. He's going through the gate. He has no choice. Dude, he's so dead. Oh, this is a disaster for OG.
He does not. He bought out the Ags. And now they're going to find Drought. Oh, this is it.
That's got to be game. It has to be, right?
Spell Amp.
Yeah. Huge timing for break the smoke. Jump in, two-man stomp. No immediate follow-up. The rebound's a little bit too late. They hit the stun, but Maureen does manage to get the swashbuckle away. They go for the tankier hero in Amar, but he's very tanky with the infest on him. And they're hitting through the bulwark right now. This is bad for Low, and it's bad for Ori too. Gets caught inside of it. Does manage to blink away afterwards. The relocate goes completely wrong. He tethers over, but what's the point of tethering? You're just going to get sent back there. And they throw all their tips at Low because Low was the one who was just a beat too late on box initiation. And I kind of like that Azure Ray is not trying to force this into the trees. It does mean that nope, smoke's gonna break now. They pop out, swashbuckle, look for it. Bach, he's gonna be target. Can he survive long enough to be able to stampede run away? They go for the nightmare. They do manage to hit the Fiend's Grid. They blow up the Mars very quickly. Now Centaur is still gonna die. Can this Marcy fight out through the Lifestealer underneath the freezing field? Now that the BKB is gone, the Rolling Thunder goes to work, and he gets killed so quickly. The relocate once again failing from Tianming.
At the same time.
I mean, this would be great if Ame was joining them. As it is, just a two-man. We'll see if it works. They have the Disruptor coming in for a potential glimpse as well. The ult's going to go off. Skeeter. How much damage can he get done during this time? Blocked out by the kinetic field. XXS trapped between two heroes is really stuck here. Soulbind glimpse back on the Razor. Doesn't send him back to where he TP'd from. XM's going to push forward. There's the Doom. No more healing for the Death Prophet. Yule's up in the air to stall some of this damage. But a kick from all the way across the field. Crit lands at it, and the Death Prophet will die as a result of that extra damage.
No way he can sustain ATF coming in there, especially with Veil just amping up all this extra magic damage. And
changes the way this game is going. They're about to hit it for Ame. XM has his. They've got the BKB on the Slardar already. They're looking at Troll right now. A hard hero to burst, but the silences, they can get the Aegis. Now he still has BKB on the second life, so they got to get out of here. Oh, they're going to turn back for a crit, actually. Get him inside the Static Storm. This is a kill where he's pretty isolated, and they can maybe still slow play this fight out. DY. They feel strong enough they can get the glimpse backwards, but Maureen comes in from the side, immediately addresses DY, and takes him out of the fight with the Soulbind. Now in the Doom on Death Prophet. It's going to force a lot of these cores back. A big crush from the Slardar for the BKBs. Again, allows them to push through. DY with a buyback, though. Can he get the extra hero? He's got one. That's going to be snaking, pulled back into his Doom. Wait, oh, he's got the shard already. He hops out of the jump, the Burning Barrage from Ame, and Ame jumped in by Amar. Now another buyback, more support buybacks.
They need ATF here.
2 seconds. They need ETF. They need the extra kill, but Amar's gonna fight back. He goes back in with the Shivas, with the plasma fuel, almost wiping out Ame. Ame on the edge, fighting for his life, trying to finish up these heroes. It's not quite enough damage. Maybe they can get the Doom with the remaining skeletons. He needs a little bit more damage. He goes to 70 HP, and none of it's enough. Ame wants to go on Amar. He's making the call. Please.
I mean, this is a good
get
play.
over here.
You have to try stuff like this because you're just not winning against Megas without something crazy happening.
Gets off the BKP, but the bash is there immediately afterwards.
You know, the highest damage potential here. He's now queuing up Divine. So Divine Rapier for Ame. Already in game one.
Breaks on Ame. Ame, crit rolls in. It's a bit late and doesn't land. Try and jump on him. Soulbind, BKBs go out immediately. XXS and XM both able to reset with Wind Wakers, no problem. But the jump back in from Skeeter goes straight for the Slardar. And
it's an Static Storm.
The Static Storm, though, he is dead. He's caught inside of this one, and so is Maureen. Maureen glimpses back for just an extra bit of timing. So that's one hero that's not coming back. Skeeter does, though. Inkswell trying to help him out against these disables. The chain bashes. XXS, he gets a bash of his own to stall up Skeeter just enough that XM gets the distance. They kite out Skeeter. They kite out the troll. They run down Snake King. Extreme. Another high ground hold. They've been trying real hard to catch this hoodwink, and they smoke him to turn back the aggression back onto DY, not onto XXS. It's not the person they ran into. XXS now has a Bloodstone complete. Skeeter's going to end up stunning himself. Are they going to go back in on this? They do. They slow him down with the Purge, get a bit of damage. Stampede goes off. X not thrown out by XXS. Knows the BKB is going to last a bit too long, but the time is played out. Maureen's back into play with a big whirling death hit. Split Earth goes out from the last strike. They identify the last strike, but he got the Bloodstone. The Bloodstone keeping him alive through the blade mails, and there's the shredder of Ame, cutting Falcons down to size. Maureen, of course, gets a kill on his way out, but he's way out the door, down to death. And that is 3 cores dead for Falcons.
I mean, XG do not want to back here. They have everything they need right now in terms of all these timings syncing up. They have their 2 Bloodstones. They still have Aegis for 230.
And where's the saves? Oh, BKB and Bloodstone are about to be up with the Supernova underneath it. XM, he does not die, and they push forward. Running down with the Torrent Tidal Wave, pushing back Skeeter. Not good enough, though. It's just a bit. Ame still going to play for this one, as he does still have that Aegis. Torrent X pulls back onto jump in. Maureen brings down the first life while they trade out on the hoodwink.
Oh, Jin-Q wants Skeeter.
They continue to take this barracks,
though. No BKB.
Pull him back in. Yeah, they pulled him into the Torrent Storm with a tidal wave. Skeeter has nothing he can do about that one. And it goes from Elena barracks that Falcons try and pull. And XD immediately coming out from Jin-Q. They know they are on the precipice here of taking Falcons down in a game 2 and evening out the series. The first time that they will win a game against Falcons in this season. Another tidal wave pullback. Another pick off on Falcons. It's beginning to get a little bit sloppy. Disruption goes out. XM, Torrent into a split Earth. They're just feeding on someone like the Faceless Void and stop Jin-Q from saving that person.
Well, they have high ground vision.
And
they got XXS.
Oh man, XXS. That might have been an arena that caught a lot of heroes, but look at that. Skeeter's right there in the front lines with an Aegis. They'll take that down, but on the second life, Falcons, they'll keep fighting. They see an opportunity. They want to go for it. The lasso. Manta goes off. Dodged a little bit. Now the disruption. The pullback into Skeeter. Can he do enough damage to deal with XM? It doesn't look like it. Now without a BKB, the second life, it doesn't mean anything to him. A cookie on top of him. They turn back to XM. XM demonic cleanse heals him up. There's no way Amar can deal the damage. And now they've slowed down Snake King as well. They have just shut down Falcons on a timing that Falcons thought they had the momentum, that they had the advantage with.
You never know. Vision. Pike this Razor in a fight.
Oh, must not have been in range. Crit has a chance. They need the vision to be able to hit the glimpse, and they got it. They got the vision. Crit He'll die. Ame caught inside the Chronosphere. The drain onto Amar. Ame's going to take a lot of damage here. XM is the one with the Aegis. Ame trying to fight, but he can't get the lifesteal enough to be able to stay alive. XM with his extra life. He's pretty free to chase down heroes, but he doesn't have the lockdown per se. The glimpse back, maybe they do. And with no BKB left on Skeeter, they'll be able to trade out supports now.
Huge
and maybe even run down Snake King as well. Snake King just wants to take away his Aegis from XM. And XM says, you can have it. You could take it with your own hands. It's not quite the case, though.
I'm burning on this tower. 30 seconds left. I mean, that's efficient.
Yeah.
Really big glimpses by DY to finish up what was kind of like a weird engagement by Ame. Snake pushing forward.
And a feint to jump forward onto the Enchantress. Bedlam thrown onto XXS. He's got heart, 6,000 HP and a BKB.
That is not the target you want.
He is very difficult to go on.
Not the target you want here, and he knows it.
Another jump. Another go on a Snake King. They throw out the Bloodthorn just to see if they can kill him without it. The response to double Chakram, an attempt at a bushwhack, but
Skeeter's
gets away. They spotted Ame. They got him inside the Chronosphere. Is there anything to save him? Where's the Wind Waker to bail him out? He finally gets it off, but his second Chronosphere is coming in soon. Silence up. Skeeter, he's got the refresh. He's got another Chrono. He goes back in, but he's losing his mark. While Ame has gotten off the Phantasm. A bushwhack, controlling up the illusions. Into the corner they go. A Terrorize gets thrown
No
out.
second Chrono!
Silence onto Skeeter. Skeeter can't get off the Chrono. No second Chronosphere to win the fight. And that might have just killed Extreme. It's
Quad
the
smile.
a world of smileys from XM. He's been smiled at so many times by Maureen, but he will turn it double fold as he knows this might have just been the end. They don't have Ame, but Falcons don't have Skeeter. Yeah.
Huge timing for
Break the smoke, jump in, two-man stomp. No immediate follow-up, the rebound's a little bit too late. They hit the stun, but Maureen does manage to get the swashbuckle away. They go for the tankier hero in Amar, but he's very tanky with the infest on him, and they're hitting through the bulwark right now. This is bad for Low, and it's bad for Ori too. Gets caught inside of it, does manage to blink away afterwards. The relocate goes completely wrong. He tethers over, but what's the point of tethering? You're just gonna get sent back there. And they throw all their tips at Low because Low was the one who was just a beat too late on box initiation. And I kind of like that Azure Ray is not trying to force this into the trees. It does mean that oh, nope, smoke's gonna break now. They pop out, swashbuckle, look for it. Bach, he's going to be the target. Can he survive long enough to be able to stampede run away? They go for the Nightmare. They do manage to hit the Fiend's Grid. They blow up the Mars very quickly. Now, Centaur is still going to die. Can this Marcy fight out through the Lifestealer underneath the freezing field? Now that the BKB is gone, the Rolling Thunder goes to work, and he gets killed so quickly. The relocate once again failing from Tianming.
At the same time.
I mean, this would be great if Ame was joining them. As it is, just a two-man. We'll see if it works. They have the Disruptor coming in for a potential glimpse as well. The ult's going to go off. Skeeter. How much damage can he get done during this time? Blocked out by the kinetic field. XXS trapped between two heroes. Is really stuck here. Soulbind glimpse back on the Razor. Doesn't send him back to where he TP'd from. XM's going to push forward. There's the Doom. No more healing for the Death Prophet. He Yules up in the air to stall some of this damage. But a kick from all the way across the field. Crit lands at it, and the Death Prophet will die as a result of that extra damage.
No way he can sustain ATF coming in there, especially with Veil just amping up all this extra magic damage. And
changes the way this game is going. They're about to hit it for Ame. XM has his. They've got the BKB on the Slardar already. They're looking at Troll right now. A hard hero to burst, but the silences, they can get the Aegis. Now he still has BKB on the second life, so they got to get out of here. Oh, they're going to turn back for a crit, actually. Get him inside the Static Storm. This is a kill where he's pretty isolated, and they can maybe still slow play this fight out. DY, they feel strong enough they can get the glimpse backwards, but Maureen comes in from the side, immediately addresses DY, and takes him out of the fight with the Soulbind. Now in the Doom on Death Prophet. It's going to force a lot of these cores back. A big crush from the Slardar for the BKBs. Again, allowing them to run in. Push through. DY with a buyback, though. Can he get the extra hero? He's got one. That's going to be Snake King pulled back into his Doom. Wait, oh, he's got the shard already. He hops out of the jump, the Burning Barrage from Ame, and Ame jumped in by Amar. Now another buyback, more support buybacks.
They need ATF here.
2 seconds. They need ETF. They need the extra kill, but Amar's gonna fight back. He goes back in with the Shivas, with the plasma fuel, almost wiping out Ame. Ame on the edge, fighting for his life, trying to finish up these heroes. It's not quite enough damage. Maybe they can get the Doom with the remaining skeletons. He needs a little bit more damage. He goes to 70 HP, and none of it's enough. Ame wants to go on Amar. He's making the call. Please.
I mean, this is a good
get
play.
Over here.
You have to try stuff like this because you're just not winning against Megas without something crazy happening.
Gets off the BKB, but the bash is there immediately afterwards.
You know, the highest damage potential here. He's now queuing up Divine. So Divine Rapier for Ame. Already in game
Smoke
1.
breaks on Ame. Ame, crit rolls in. It's a bit late and doesn't land. Try and jump on him. Soulbind, BKBs go out immediately. XXS and XM both able to reset with Wind Wakers, no problem. But the jump back in from Skeeter goes straight for the slaughter. And
Static Storm.
The Static Storm, though, he is dead. He's caught inside of this one, and so is Maureen. Maureen glimpsed back for just an extra bit of timing. So that's one hero that's not coming back. Skeeter does, though. Inkswell trying to help him out against these disables. The chain bashes. XXS, he gets a bash of his own to stall up Skeeter just enough that XM gets the distance. They kite out Skeeter. They kite out the troll. They run down Snake King. Extreme, another high ground hold. They've been trying real hard to catch this hoodwink, and they smoke him to turn back the aggression back onto DY, not onto XXS. It's not the person they ran into. XXS now has a Bloodstone complete. Skeeter's gonna end up stunning himself. Are they gonna go back in on this? They do. They slow him down with the Purge, get a bit of damage. Stampede goes off. X not thrown out by XXS. Knows the BKB is going to last a bit too long, but the time is played out. Mauri's back into play with a big whirling death hit. Split Earth goes out from the last strike. They identify the last strike, but he got the Bloodstone.
Will be, so they're going to be keeping their eyes out for all of Disruptor's abilities, at least in this early game.
Yeah, it's going to be... Primal's going to need someone else to show before he is able to jump. And honestly, I think this just paints the picture that Disruptor is priority target number 1. For like the early game skirmishes.
I think like, and this is something we talked a little bit about last game, people tend to start drafting their team around Disruptor, or at least like it would be nice to have a Disruptor, so we're gonna, you know, pick Disruptor early and then build heroes around him that get vision, that can get kills, that run at you, that can protect him in the back line. And we saw that's what happened last game. Right, there was like Razor, there was Monkey King, there were heroes to kind of cause chaos in the front line. And Disruptor is able to chill in the back and do whatever the hell he wants. Looking to see something similar this game. Because Primal Beast is, like you said, it's, you know, Disruptor's really good into Primal, but it goes the other way too, right? If you are target priority for Primal Beast, can't get your abilities off if you're being pulverized.
Yeah, certainly not. And who can we expect to see to protect this Disruptor? To make enough space for him to get those glimpses of Static Storms off without interruption.
I mean, support-wise, there's heroes like Tusk and like other beefy heroes. Like I think Snap's a weird one too. Or like any sort of like beefy hero that kind of gets in there. Snap is like the weakest of I think the 20 that exists right now. Right, Tiny, Tusk, even to a lesser degree, heroes like I know we don't see a lot of it anymore, but support Dawnbreaker. Right, something to just get in there. And I don't think they're going to go back for the Monkey King. It was a little too inconsistent. It felt really good for a very long time. Yeah, I like this better. And it just started falling off. Now, because they do pick a support like the line and other sit in the back line, kind of, you know, do what he wants sort of hero, we're going to need some hard frontline right now from South Team. Or at least some sort of midline fighter. Right, so I personally, I like to think of Dota as like 3 stages of, like, or 3 prongs, I guess, of an attack. Got like your back line, your mid line, your front line. Primal's very much a hero that as much as he is a frontliner for you, he is a jump into the enemy backliner hero. So he's not a reliable frontliner, in my opinion. More reliable frontliners are heroes that kind of like Razor, I think, is a good mid to frontliner. He gets in, he doesn't push too far into the back of the fights. He just kind of sticks around on the enemy carry and does his stuff.
And the Dark Willow, a hero to disrupt all lines of play for South Team. Primal just runs in with the Bedlam on him, gets on the back line, and then Willow fears the front line, and you just trample everybody. Right?
Yeah, right now fights seem very easy for AcatSuki to take. It's very clear what they want to do. To be fair, they also have more heroes in their draft than South Team, and it's a little still less clear about what South Team want to be doing in these fights. Obviously, other than use their ultimates, right? Use their Static Storm, use their finger.
It's like, I think I have an idea what they want to do.
Yeah. But like with AcatSuki, it's run in there with the Bedlam and the Primal Beast, cause chaos, do whatever you want. Just do damage, control them, have your Enchantress either be like ratting or outputting damage or control, literally anything. Enchantress can fit any sort of box that she needs to be put in this game. You can split push with Skellies, you can be annoying on the map and pressuring other places with your units. You can do damage, whether you're getting like Hurricane Pike, Moon Shard, or whatever, like meme item build that Enchantresses go when they do damage.
Dude, Enchantress, like sleeper heroes of the patch that have awoken. We actually saw Keeper of the Light, and now he's just like prevalent at every level of play. And Enchantress is neck and neck there with them, just in terms of damage output and utility. But Crash, if there's one thing I know about Crash Aroni Dota, my friends, it's he will find any way to fit in a Dawnbreaker. As he was talking.
True.
Yeah, throw it support, throw it offlane, carry, whatever. And South Team picking it up for themselves. You think we expect to see an Arzent Dawnbreaker here?
Yeah, hands down. Yeah. This is Arzent, like, I started wanting to play Dawnbreaker after watching players like Arzent here at EPL play a lot of Dawn. I think Arzent, this is one of his most played professional heroes. At least like recently. So
yeah,
I'm super excited to see
it's his most played pro hero.
Yeah.
But he only has a 37 win %.
Yep. And that kind of sums up the hero right now. Is the hero doesn't really have a place. The build is very broad, right? You can go like Blade Mail Deso, you can go Vlad's Mage Slayer. I've seen Vlad's Radiance be a thing too. Like
be honest with you,
Shiva's Halberd.
I went Phase Orchid, and
That's another one too. That's absolutely another one, especially as Orchid has proven to be a higher and higher tier item as this patch goes on further and further. It's possible. It doesn't scream to me it's the best Orchid game this game.
No, not against this team. But
unless AcatSuki pick up like Puck.
If you're playing Dawn into Lifestealer though.
Oh, it feels so good. It's like the only part of that matchup that feels good. Because Dawn Lifestealer feels so bad for the rest of it.
Yeah, it certainly does. Now, AcatSuki stealing the Razor pick for themselves. They know they won't have to worry about playing against the Morphling. Unless South Team really pops off and throws a Morphling mid. I don't expect to see that, though. Those days are over, thankfully.
I mean, it's as simple as just pick Ocido Pangolier. Oh, Pango's banned, and never mind. South Team banned it out themselves. Just kidding. You definitely can't do that.
They didn't want to see Ocido Pangolier. They know it's too easy.
Pango Slardar ban leads me towards them picking up something like an Ember Spirit, which is completely crazy. But like, I guess you're looking towards something along those lines of a melee brawler sort of mid, but if you're doing that into Primal Beast, isn't that a little crazy? Or the potential of Primal Beast, I guess. Because this could still be an offlane Primal.
Yeah, the Primal Flex does pose some uncertainty for South Team in their drafting. And let's see. Who gives AcatSuki what they need from the mid lane if it's not Primal? You've got a little bit of sustain with the Enchantress. You've banned out the Keeper of the Light.
So you could use more reliable control.
Yeah.
There aren't too many mid laners that supply that. I think Kunkka's a decent one, but once again, he's banned. That's kind of why Pango stuck out in my mind, not just for South Team, but for AcatSuki too, which is why the South Team banned it out. It's just more reliable lockdown, because sure, AcatSuki have ways of slowing them down with Enchantress, getting on top of them with the Primal, and pulverizing them. But outside of pulverize, there's not the most, like I'm not talking reliable stun, I mean point-click stun.
Yeah. I do think a Puck pickup here could be valuable.
Puck could be good too. I was a little worried about the Puck into Disruptor. As soon as Disruptor gets 6, Puck is screwed, kind of.
Yeah, the 3v3 for South Team right now is quite strong.
Yeah.
Glimpse into Earth Spike is like, what do you do, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like Glimpse into Hex or Spike, like what's the response to that?
Yeah. So we're gonna see a Razor mid.
That's insane.
Or a Primal mid, depending on South team. So these heroes able to flex between positions quite easily, and I think AcatSuki, they're comfortable enough having Primal as the 2 or the 3 and the Razor as the 1 or the 2 or the 3, that they can just kind of play musical heroes here based on South team's last pick. Though they do have about 48 seconds of reserve time, so decision is not forced here completely. Do South team go for the puck themselves?
They could. Dude, this PA is kind of crazy in my eyes. Like, not necessarily in a good or bad way, just kind of like, what the hell are they cooking kind of way. Like, I don't think the lane is going to be too good for PA. It's going to be PA Enchantress into Dawnbreaker Lion. Dawn Lion is such a strong lane, and PA is very, very squishy. So it's going to be up to you to get some good blink strikes off to disengage from the enemy. Because South team, as soon as they hit level 2, level 3, they're going to constantly be running at you. And it's not like Dawnbreaker. The one thing that she relies on in lane is her mana. You're going to have that in spades against a PA Enchantress. You're going to have so many wand charges to work with. And here's that melee brawler I was talking about in the draft. Makes sense why the Pango, why the... especially the Slider get banned out. And this is the mid laner that they were looking at for South team.
Yeah, there's a lot of beef on the side of South team, and AcatSuki going to be awaiting Witz's shard anxiously. They're like, we need the max percent HP damage. Please buy this item early. Though there are some easily destroyed targets with the Lion, with Nanako on the Disruptor again.
Yeah, these are going to be your high value targets, because it's not like as AcatSuki, you're not really bursting down anyone else from South team unless your PA is incredibly farmed, right? There's no clear hero to initiate on other than these supports, which might make taking fights for AcatSuki be a little bit awkward if they don't get the perfect initiation.
Yeah, initiation is going to be tough for AcatSuki here. Gonna have to rely almost on the fear or RoboZ charging in.
It's just got to be RoboZ getting in there, yeah.
Yeah, he is mid, so he's gonna get a quick level 6. Though we've seen Primal able to fight and gank pre-level 6 in the past. Might see that come out here. The Lifestealer kind of slow. Arzent not gonna have level 6 before this Primal, pending a disaster, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I do like the Razor into the Lifestealer though. I gotta
classic.
I gotta give AcatSuki the draft here, man. I don't know. The sustain from Lifestealer Dawnbreaker combo is nice, but if PA
I think the draft is pretty even overall.
If PA is able to have a game, I think she just blows up the supports, and then she can do whatever she wants in the fight.
Yeah, exactly. As if team fights go the way of I'm killing the supports, like AcatSuki, whoever it is, whether it be PA, Primal, hell, like even Razor, the supports aren't your problem as a Razor, but if you can if you can kill them, you're gonna be happy, right? But like if AcatSuki, like, and this is kind of what we were talking about in the drafts too, fights seem maybe harder to take, but the vision is more clear, right? Kill the supports, kill everyone else, kill the Lifestealer. Or DK, or whatever tanky hero you want to leave for last, because honestly, you could literally pick any of them. But like, yeah, kill the supports, move next, and prioritize targets correctly. Right? It is everyone go on blank, everyone like whatever hero you're going on, you need to full commit on them. Because these heroes are incredibly tanky from South team. They have really good supports to back them up. So if AcatSuki, they start running out of damage, right? They take 2-3 fights, and they can see it's clear they're out of damage. It's going to be a 20-minute farm fest.
Yeah, and we don't want to see a farm fest here. I want to see a fight fest.
Heavens no, no fights only, or no farms only fights, please. Thank you. 5 down mid, preferably straight from the get-go.
Dude, that's I wonder what Pro Dota would look like if it was just 5 mid.
I wonder what Pro Dota would look like if we still had tri-laning. Like, I wonder if, like, offlaners would just, like... be ego crybabies like mid laners are.
They would just fuck off and go farm jungle, I think.
Yeah.
I think you
or,
might.
Or like if
it.
jungler was still a thing, like there are so many possibilities as to what Dota's moved away from.
I mean, we haven't gotten the gameplay patch yet. You know, it could happen. We see Nature's Attendants picked up on your help him trade with Masha there. You think this is a fine pickup for level 1?
It's okay. Yeah. It's not like you're going to be enchanting the best creeps, and if you're good on South team, you've blocked the camps anyways, which it looks like the easy camp is blocked, so less value.
Coming out in the bottom lane,
Yours
though,
dead.
You're ticking down. Celestial Hammer not getting the full reach here.
Oh, they couldn't get it.
South team back off, knowing that.
Dude, you're so fast, dude. 320 movement speed. He's so speedy. I forget how fast Enchantress is without boots.
Yeah, certainly is. Has another charge of Nature's Attendants with a 5-stick, but not going to be able... No way. You get out of that again, and now Litz is forward onto Masha. Got another dagger, but playing the tree line nicely, and that is going to be first blood for Litz. A great start for AcatSuki here.
That's not how this lane should be going, especially when you are arguably the stronger level 1, especially because Enchantress level Nature Attendants.
Yeah, and Lysix might pay for that kill here, but Kuko has to think twice before he can extend without his Disruptor. A big Radiant Wave here threatening the advance. And Crash, what do you think about the Crownfall creeps? You like the little bird guys?
Oh, I don't have them, unfortunately, but I do love them. I love them quite a bit. I'm going to be getting them as soon as I can.
Oh, and South team certainly getting Enchantress here in the bottom lane. Bit of a reversal in tempo coming out for South team. We hear Witz drop a couple items. And Fountain for his compatriot Enchantress to bring to him. And Witz playing up awfully far here. I guess he's just trusting that Arzent doesn't have mana for both skills just yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't have the skills, the mana for the skills. But also, more importantly, it's a big wave, too. A double range creep, it's kind of hard to push up into that.
Dude, what the hell? These guys have no chill.
No chill.
Across the map. Offlaner dying for the position 5. South team happy with that one. Certainly.
Yeah, you can't keep feeding your Disruptor. Like, if this happens 2 more times, then all of a sudden you're not happy with it, no matter if Lifesteal is getting the favorable trades or not. You just can't shaft your Disruptor like that. This hero plays so bad from behind. So, like, if Lysix wants to keep giving up his life for a Disruptor kill, and then come level, or like 10 minutes, Disruptor's level 4, that's when things start getting questionable for South team all of a sudden.
Though the levels in Lifestealer early on, super nice, and level 1 static link, maybe not strong enough to really dissuade him from getting gone on. No.
Sorry.
No.
Maybe not. Actually.
Witz getting stunned under the tower, and the blood grenade will come out. There's a bit of a large wave here. Masha, perhaps overstepping his bounds. Nature's Attendant's coming out, going to heal up the Enchantress and the Phantom Assassin. But offlane duo of South team looking to go under the tower. The Hex and the Hammer will swing. Will it land? No. Lion dying to the tower. You're going to get the credit for the kill there. And now, no. Okay. You back off. Surprisingly, don't go for Arzent there, I guess. Just want the creeps under the tower. Maybe it's too enticing, that farm.
Yeah, I just don't think Yor had the potential for it. I think Yor recognizes that there's really no way to get a kill there, so it's best to just kind of chill out and reset.
Yeah. And battle of the Metapods here in the mid lane. They just kind of hit each other, right?
Yep.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
They're both constantly using Harden and then Tackle, and that's about it.
Looks like Osito might get both water runes here, but no. Other one was already claimed. Robo Z got it.
I mean, if you want to get technically Osito's winning this lane. Not by much, but it is still just barely.
Let's see what the experience looks like. But Robo Z in favor. Oh my god, the support's dying in the bottom side of the map.
Who cares about mid, dude?
We're looking at the metapods. I want to see these MFs evolve, my man. Catapult arriving. Razor
Top
dying.
1,
Oh my god. Mid laners.
So
One
much
little
chaos.
spot in the limelight, but they will not get it. Dark Willow gonna use the Shadow Realm. Get out of the right clicks from Cookahoo. Ghoul Frenzy be damned. Rage not gotten. Feast be damned. 2 heroes in the mid lane for AcatSuki here, and 2 TPs coming out to join Osito. Dragon form used. Glimpse coming out from Nanako, waiting for the nice distance. Masha holding his spells, has the Earth Strike, Dragon Tail land, nice use of the stuns, body block coming out from Masha, Cursed Crown coming out on the line, and a bit of a reversal coming out here from AcatSuki. Robo Z and Destroyer in the fight now. Masha gonna die under the enemy tier 1 tower, missing the Earth Spike, and that's a kill for Robo Z, though Destroyer also getting a kill against South Team on the Disruptor. Willow.
That's so illegal.
Oh, man. Punish.
How do you let that happen, South Team? I mean, there's nothing you could have done better there, to be fair. It's not like I can't blame South Team for that happening. It's just unfortunate that Yor has level 4 and gets 2 points into attendance. That's just what happens, you know? You don't have the damage.
No, the sustain, yeah. Level 2 nature's attendance, raindrop, fluffy hat, full wand,
Yeah.
enchantress.
It's not your fault, it just sucks.
She only has 800 HP, but when you stretch it out with all of those resources, it's so much more.
You got the Pulverize on bottom onto Arzen, dropping low. It doesn't have gonna hammer away, but I still think this Dawnbreaker is dead.
Yeah, buffed up by the Wind Ripper. The Wild Wing Ripper pulls back with the Tornado. Robo-Z will fall. Arzent. Actually, that was a neutral creep getting the kill on Robo-Z. Unreal.
Oh no!
Okay, Yor will tick down. Masha getting credit for the kill. Only level 5 at this point in time, so no Finger of Death online. How'd the Wisdom's runes go? We got Masha getting South Teams, and then... Okay, yeah, so 1-to-1. Wisdom rune split. Who benefits more? Both sides of the support.
Look who's still level 4.
Nanako. Yeah, that's Pain. And Pain is arriving on Robo-Z as the Silver Guardian will land. Stunned up on the Primal, but charging out under the tower. And he will be safe after this. Glimpse coming back onto Destroyer. Throwing him to the Disruptor. The hammer will swing and fall. But the Shadow Realm proving to be too strong.
This is insane.
Destroyer
You
doing...
can't let them keep getting away with this, dude.
This is no longer a misdemeanor. This is now a felony.
Just level 2 wisps are keeping AcatSuki alive through everything. These supports are unkillable, and they're just chain killing your supports. Oh, this is desperate times for South Team.
They're looking to kill Osito as the Dragon Tail comes out in a speedy manner. Phantom Dagger. You bring in the Phantom Assassin for this? I was a little skeptical, but damn, it works.
She was just farming in the area. Witz was just chilling out, and he's like, okay, I'll gladly take a free kill. Why not?
Yeah. Stifling Dagger, stifling the South Team efforts at defending their mid tower. Bramble Maze gonna prevent Masha from getting out. Another kill going the way of AcatSuki here, looking to pick up the momentum and steamroll South Team in game 2. Osito TPing into some dangerous territory here. Breathe Fire comes out. Not gonna find the mark. Oh no. She's got the Troll Summoner. Enchantress probably gonna bring that top. It's Ogre, bro.
Yeah, it's over. All these towers are dead now. I'm gonna Zerg rush your towers with a bunch of skeletons. Oh man. You don't even need to be there on Yor either. You can just kind of chill out. No reason. You can go farm everywhere else.
Yep.
Your skeletons will do this one for free.
Exactly, dude. Look at this. Look at this. 6 skeletons.
Literally watch the tower go down now.
18 damage. Provided to all units, even the allied creeps. Though the skeletons, you gotta micro those, my man. Okay, Masha leading with the Earth Spike. Cookahoo in the neighborhood, and the Solar Guardian coming out to look and capitalize this death on the Razor. It will pay off if you're coming out 2 dead on the side of South Team. No more supports around, but I got news for you. You're dead.
It's only because he had to get a point into a touchable instead of a 3rd point into nature's attendance. I actually think if you got another point into attendance, you live there. Now, to be fair, you would still need the point into untouchable. Just, you know, maybe 1 level too high last time. In this one, it's a 1 level too low situation.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Level check on Disruptor, dude. Still level 4. Don't want to break it to you. He hit 5. He hit 5. It's over.
Good job, lad.
We're so back. We're so back, dude.
Wits using the blur, dancing with the devil here, and goes in on Nanako. That's insane. The level of illegality present from AcatSuki is through the roof here. Pulverize coming out onto the Lifestealer, and that's a 2 for 0. Arzent in the neighborhood, in the Graverhood, as he goes into the ground. 3 for 0 for the side of AcatSuki here, charging past the tier 1. Certainly not under the tier 2, right, Crash?
I hope not. I'd love to see it, but I hope not. It should just be a free tier 1 tower if they want to stick around to take it. I mean, this is such a low value tower that, like, if you can take it, sure, why not? They've got a siege creep. It should be pretty free. But, like, if you had the choice between killing someone else on the map and taking this tower, you're probably going to kill someone else on this map.
Yeah.
But why not do both?
Why? ¿Por qué no los dos? They ask. Ellos preguntan. And Battle Fury almost finished for Wits' PA. Gonna be about 12.5 minute timing. Once they're oh god, okay. The net used. Ooh. But he just enchants the skeleton. Oh, the skeleton army coming back for more round 2. And I wonder, did they learn their lesson on South Team? Okay, they kill the skeletons, but the summoner escapes. This is only a 20-second cooldown, man. Nutty.
Okay, so Arzent is gonna go for this blade mail build on Dawnbreaker.
Just
it's funny I say this blade mail build, like I know what item he's building next.
My blade mail build.
It is such a big question mark. Like I would assume it's blade mail Deso. That's I think the most common build. I think the good thing about Dawn is she just builds anything.
Yeah.
Item wise, like you could use a Shiva's. It's not the worst. I think I would have liked a Vlad's on your team if you're South Team. I mean, Lifesteal, sure, he's still got Lifesteal, but the Vlad's is very nice as well, not just on him.
Arzent not gonna have a chance to build anything when he's dead. 3 heroes. Oh, the blade mail return damage on Wits, making him think twice.
Ooh.
Glimpse not enough to get your Dawnbreaker out alive, and we're gonna have a fight top here. You're baiting Cook-a-Hook out of the jungle, out of the lane, but will he be the bait that gets devoured? 2 dire heroes smoking up in the neighborhood, but no, they are electing to run bottom. They know where PA is. They have the vision on her. Got an observer ward there, and a little deeper in the jungle. All right, Link Strike, Phantom Strike on cooldown, having used that creep. The Earth Spike will hit Pixel perfect, and now the Solar Guardian is arriving. Finger of Death with the Dragon Tail will be enough damage to take her down, and a 3-time killing spree going the way of Osito on the Dragon Knight.
Meanwhile, Destroyer like solo kills Nanako.
No.
Yeah.
My god.
Level check, still level 5 on the Disruptor.
Oh, the wisdom!
Wizzy gets stolen by Destroyer.
Okay, so South Team making the play on the Phantom Assassin gives Dark Willow the green light to make that wisdom rune play.
Yeah. Yeah, and getting that's the only reason she was there, getting that free kill on Disruptor too. It was a freebie on the way to the wisdom rune.
Damn. Dude. 8-0 Dark Willow has the Yule Scepter with brown boots. Going for the
It's 14 minutes, dude. You are level 9 on the Dark Willow. Disruptor is level 5.
I think you just find him over and over. Keep killing him.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do.
Oh, and Cook-a-Hook,
he's the hero you have built your team around.
Cook-a-Hook, bad boy. Okay, we'll get these skeletons and the summoner falling. A little bit of farm. But, oh, Crash, they've done a good job finding the Phantom Assassin. Is that how you stay in the game on South Team, or get back in the game, perhaps? Do you just keep doing that over and over?
I mean, she's the only hero you feel like you can reliably kill other than this Razor. Primal Beast is such a hard target, especially when he's got that Blade Melon already very close to that BKB, just like 1.3k away.
Yeah. And, oh, man. Primal Beast, Razor just tanking up a ton of stat items on the Razor, going for his BKB next. They just want to be able to frontline for this PA. Make sure that she can throw daggers and Phantom Strike to her heart's content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see what Destroyer just did? Did you watch that? Were you watching what I was watching? You just walk in there, use the line, and walk out? What the hell?
It's like you that's what you do when you're hungry at like 2 in the morning. Walk into the kitchen, open the fridge door, look at it for like 5 minutes. You're like, nah, none of this looks good. But Arslan looking a little bit like a snack here. That's AcatSuki. Start to bring the heroes. Will this be the hero they need? Instead, they settle on Masha. Earth Spike onto one. Pulverize will land, disrupted by the glimpse and the damage. Oh,
that dagger was ginormous. That wasn't even a crit dagger either. I mean, I guess Lion has no health pool. It was only like a 150 damage dagger. It wasn't that much.
Yeah. Oh, Dragon Tail onto the Solar Guardian. Gonna get out. Lysix, the speedy boy with the Windlace and 3 levels in passive. Gets away from Cocohook with the Infest, and now the Fear onto Arslan. Gonna provide a little bit of cover fire for RoboZ. Cocohook separated from his team, separated from his support. Osido looking to contribute. No Blink Dagger available, though. Cocohook surrounded on all sides, and the Pulverize piercing, the debuff immunity, no rage will help you, my friend. Arslan, a little bit of save your friend syndrome, and Nanako uses the Static Storm to cover his ass, but his ass is a little bigger than that. You're gonna need to go up a size, my friend. Lysix, return kill, kind of nice for South Team, but Phantom Assassin is in, and she's out with the glimpse. You've just given her a free reset, and now Osido is next. Godlike Destroyer.
Look, look, South Team, if this wasn't your tournament lifeline, you are going next. You are resetting mentally, and you are just going next.
I've got to reset mentally between that fight.
Yeah, like, it is such a hard time for South Team right now, because they don't have the tools to fight. Nanako just hit level 7 on this Disruptor, so finally getting to a point where he can level Kinetic Field, but he doesn't, because he needs a 3rd point in the Glimpse for it to do anything. That's why this skill build is such a risk on Disruptor. You've got no points in the Kinetic Field against a damn Primal Beast Razor.
That seems like a misstep, in my opinion.
It does, doesn't it? Especially now that RoboZ is the BKB. Your window to cage this beast has been missed entirely.
His fury knows no bounds. This Primal Beast will continue to rage unchecked in game 2, I fear. But let's talk about the real beast. Destroyer Dark Willow.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm with you.
9-0-7. Got the Blink Dagger almost. I don't know how he did enough that fight. That's crazy.
Destroyer's been finding solo kills all by himself through like half of this game. During that last fight, he was able to not quite get a solo kill. PA did help, but they were able to rout out Masha all by themselves.
Yeah. Dude, I need to go back and watch this play. Where is the Solar Guardian happening? Top? Okay. You use a Solar Guardian for an Enchantress and a Static Storm?
Ooh, okay, now you're losing me. You had me at the Solar Guardian, I'm not gonna lie.
Blink?
But the second you're using Static Storm 2, now I'm starting to question it.
Alright, Wits is getting solo kills. We've reached PA territory. Yeah.
Dude, look where that dagger is. What are you doing there on Masha?
Greedy.
I guess.
Yeah, he's got his blink, so I guess he's just trying to buy time. He knows his respawn time is short as hell.
Yeah. But no Static Storm, no Solar Guardian. There's nothing stopping AcatSuki from just running at you.
Yeah, I think we answered our own question there. So Lion just gives his life to try to get the wave pushed out buy some more time for Static Storm to come off cooldown, perhaps?
And that's the best case
That's
scenario
the most
in my eyes.
generous. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the most
that
generous
is,
read on the play.
I need some of what you're having, dude, because that's that good stuff. That seems like a good, in my eyes, that's a good old feed and a half for that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's a dealer's choice of copium right there. Oh, Arzent, you are in the bone zone, my friend. Lysix throwing out the plasma field. Got the Yasha. BKB swaps out the Windlace for the Wraithband, thinking stats maybe a better option here, and we're seeing a hell of a pincer move come out from AcatSuki here.
Look how much vision they have.
Arzent, you are in the danger territory. Bramble Maze preventing any escape. RoboZ uses the BKB to prevent the Glimpse from having any effect, and Arzent, can you make it across? Oh my god, what? Holy shit, the Blade Mail doing a ton of damage. Wow.
Oops.
Oops.
Little greedy wits.
Oops, all crits.
Don't die to the Tormentor too. Okay, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Good
gets Sprunk, bro. What? What'd you say?
Good, the good one to get. Either support actually a really good one to get. I like the Dark Willow shard too, in all honesty.
Yeah, she's saving up for it. She knows how important that extra crowd control is going to be. Oh, it's exposed by Osido. No blink, though. Just knowing that it's going to anticipate AcatSuki to go on them, push their objectives, and you can just kind of be beefy and counter. Oh, a nice glimpse coming out from Nanako. You're level 4, level 3 in Nature's Attendance. You're going to use the Static Storm, but most of her spells have already been used. You're just stopping the impetus at this point. And
no way.
Doesn't even last long enough for that to happen. A cheeky Sproink will not deliver him from death. You're going down, and the Pulverize used on the Nanako Disruptor, but the damage from the combined Onslaught Trample will put him back to the lands of Druid. Solar Guardian coming out onto Phantom Assassin. No Aegis to save you now, and you are stunned up from your buns up. Phantom Assassin will perish.
Little bit of a misread there from Wits. I guess he thought his team was a little bit closer. They were making a really cool pincer move on South Team, but AcatSuki just weren't quite there yet.
No, pincer
and the
moves
kicker
take
was
time.
PA didn't quite have BKB either. It was still on the courier.
Oh, yeah, well, there we see it picked up by PA. Yeah, unfortunately, pincer moves take time, and the patience and coordination that takes to set those up, not going to stick with you through the entire game. Unluck for PA, and you know, maybe a little different execution will happen if they make that move next time.
Yeah, it's not one of those like full-on awful things. It's just a little bit of a mental reset. Yeah. Right? Just, you know, it happens. We reset, we go next. You're still 8k up on AcatSuki. You need to keep this aggression going. Keep it so that you're running at this disruptor and not the opposite way, because we already saw what happens when it goes awry.
True. Though, I don't know what much can go awry if you have the full fighting 5 of AcatSuki here. This level 13 Enchantress, man. I
mean, Destroyer's also level 13. Like, both of these supports are beefy boys.
Okay, Static Storm down. Earthspike will land on your no Nature's Attendants just yet. A Glimpse not coming out, but the Fear will land on Cookahoook. They are controlled in the Lion. A little more than controlled. Dead. Wits throwing the dagger into Phantom Strike into the low ground, baiting out the Blade Mail usage. Very sneaky tactics, my man. And now that Blade Mail has expired, but Wits not wanting to reflect too much damage. Wants to stay healthy for a +1 should they arrive. 2 dead on the side of South Team. 10k up for AcatSuki.
Destroyer, really cool pump fake there on the Terrorize.
Yeah.
Had a blast and blinked up onto the high ground instead, right? It wasn't the best Terrorize. It secures the kill onto 1, but what it does is it's an area denial as well. Right, like, it's get away from me. I'm going to create this big circle zone that you can't run into. Like, you can hear it. You know where it's coming because you're lumped up as 3 heroes, right? Very obvious. So it's just immediately run away, disperse from that area in the quickest way possible.
Yeah. Yeah, great.
Oh, Nanako.
Oh, no, Nanako. Oh,
Just a
it's
free kill.
10 charges on the Desolator. And the Lion
And another solo
dies.
kill from Destroyer.
Oh my god. Arzent getting the 10 streak off a Destroyer. What are you going to spend that money on? Okay,
BKB.
BKB. Harpoon finished.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. No,
This is the build that I'm not the biggest fan of on Dawnbreaker. I don't necessarily have a reason for it, other than like I've done it and it feels kind of bad, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think the Harpoon is pretty good this game, like you're trying to stay on top of people. I think the Echo Saber itself is the problem for me. It's just a little bit of a bait of an item, a little bit too slow. Especially now that you've built it into Harpoon, you can't disassemble it for that BKB that you
that
might
Observer
want.
on the low ground. Oh my god, Wits, where are you, my friend?
Again. Just mid.
Yeah, they know that Observer's there too. We see the pinks come out. Oh, Osito looking for the... No. He's got the Aghanim Scepter. The Dragon Tail will land, and Wits controlled.
Where are you? What are you doing?
Where is my Wits? Little pixie
Oh, that's so
cover too.
that's like a double whammy too, because Wits is a that's so good. Oh man, that's a banger.
We should have a Dota 2 cover band, and you just
honestly
morph songs into fitting the world.
Angel
of Dota.
by Shaggy, but it's sung by Skywrath Mage.
Okay, Static Storm with the Solar Guardian in combination. Razor gonna have to pop the BKB to get out of this one. 3 South Team heroes, and they're gonna make him pay. Fear out onto 2. And Razor will escape. No glimpse available with the death of Disruptor.
I think if AcatSuki were closer and if Wits were up, that's the big one. If Wits were up, they were just gonna take that fight. Rage was down. There's no BKBs in sight, so that was go time if it was any for AcatSuki. It's unfortunate that Wits died so earlier on.
True. Yeah, Wits has respawned. Will TP bottom to get a little bit of farm. It looks like they're going to take the Twin Gate top. We see a scan coming out to ensure the safe passage of Wits through the Twin Gate. And this will not be a Roshan attempt just yet. Going to take that Watcher.
They got to do it quick if they want this cheese, though.
Oh,
and they're
no.
coming. But it's going to be a full 5-on-5 here.
Yeah, Radiance and Halberd on Kukahook. Blink Pulverize onto Nanako, and that's going to be a great initiation for AcatSuki here. Looking to continue the fight. Lion gets the Hex off onto Robo-Z, and Robo-Z not going to follow, leaving the kill for his allies. He wants to press forward and go for +1. Will you find 1 or will you find 2? The Yules, what the hell? Did you Yules yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that was a
perhaps
big old self-Yules.
bit of a misplay. She says, let's
Yeah.
take a selfie. And
Yeah. Oops.
resets the fight for her team. And you could have gotten a +1, but you know, Po Buddy's nerfed. And AcatSuki gonna look to go claim this Aegis.
Yeah.
What's up?
The fight. Sorry, you really caught me off guard with that. So the fight is very simple for AcatSuki, like we've talked about, right? It's just time after time, kill the supports, win the game. And that's, I mean, exactly what they did, right? Robo-Z immediately finds Nanako, kills him off immediately, and then they move on to Masha. And sure, that's a little bit of a delayed kill because of that Ghost Scepter, but that's what PA's there for. Clean up the kill, move on to the next target.
Yeah, I'm loving the presence of mind here. Most of the time from AcatSuki, when they know something is certain, they're looking for the +1.
Yeah.
All right, Observer placed by Nanako, gonna spot that out, but gets immediately countered due to the ward on the high ground. And Masha gets the Ghost Scepter off, will eventually fall. Pulverize coming out onto Kukahook. Lion dead. Kukahook soon to follow. Stun interrupting the TP attempt. Now Solar Guardian coming out to cover the ass of the Lifestealer and PA. Aegis has been used. You're pumping the Impetus out of mana completely, but it's not a problem when you got a Robo-Z with you. Listic slowed down by the Black Dragon, but you got to imagine South team are in dire straits here. Robo-Z blinking ahead to get vision and the control, and Wits cleaning up the kill. Arzent TP's out
some
under
lotuses
the nose,
before
he
going,
says.
too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What a player.
Yeah, amazing to see Arzen get out of that one somehow with no Blink Dagger. Like,
Yeah.
Solar Guardian's in, gets the stun off, heals up your Lifestealer a little bit, goes collect some Lotuses, TP out. Like, sure, why not?
But big problem. Lifestealer died. Lifestealer is dead. And despite not having the Aegis of Immortality for AcatSuki, they should still feel safe to wipe out these tier 2 towers. And dare I say, maybe even push a tier 3 if they got the opportunity.
Yeah, let's take a look at the buyback status. Almost, okay, 7 out of 10 heroes have buyback.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
Lifestealer is not one of them, though.
No. No, he's saving up
And
for his
he's
Ags.
not close either.
No. Alright, looks like
Neither
quite a few
is,
purchases have been made. Now 5 heroes without buyback. The Yule's coming out onto Ocido. Damage from the Hellbear gonna help out. And Ocido, the tanky boy, not so tanky anymore. What the hell is this TP?
They got him!
The Force! Oh, the fear will control him, and brilliant kill coming out for AcatSuki here. No Dragon Knight, does have buyback, and he did not use Dragon form before death, so he will have it for this base defense should he need to purchase or buy out, you know.
Yo, Yor, you need like a clarity or something, brother. Please, you have 0 mana.
Yeah, going for the Cornucopia, probably in partnership with the rest of the Orchid.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna be the hero that just solo kills his Lifestealer now. You just need a full pot of mana and you're golden.
Yeah, no doubt. And South Team trying to get...
Oh!
Oh,
No,
God!
no.
Damn, that's a lot of damage.
Does have buyback. Does have buyback. It's okay.
Hey, you know it's okay. He got a shard. That's a net gain, right?
But you can't fight now if you're South Team. What a bad Tormentor time.
Oh, you know, maybe they just didn't want to lose their Tormentor to AcatSuki. They're like, we can lose a Rax, we can lose a Disruptor, but we cannot lose the Tormentor. Get your
Oh, look,
asses
you got
over
Disruptor Shard too. One of the worst shards in the game.
there. Oh.
No.
All right.
It is a arguably worth it, but not when you die like that, especially because you've lost a whole lane of racks. I mean, Cocohook was so unwilling to respond to that. He's bottom.
I mean, it's... Yeah, he got an easier time getting some farm now. Oh, Cocohook, you were trying to find the safety, but you find death instead. The Pulverize will seal your fate off the back of the Abyssal Blade. Usage from Wits, piercing that rage and piercing his skull. Lifestealer will fall.
Meanwhile, Lysix and Yor still hunting.
And they will come up with a full stuff sack of lion meat. Didn't know it was lion season.
I didn't think it was ever lion season. I thought those were illegal to hunt.
Oh, different realm.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Earth Realm laws. That's my fault.
Yeah.
Silly me.
You haven't gotten the hunter token requisite yet? Ooh,
No,
that would be
I
a good
haven't.
one. That would be a really good
That
one.
would be.
Sniper. Would Beastmaster be considered a hunter, or is he just friend
No,
of animals?
no, he's definitely like friend.
Okay.
It's like saying Nature's Prophet's a hunter. Although
What?
he is like a hero hunter.
Yeah.
He's not like a.
He's a friend of the trees. You know, it never
Yeah.
says anywhere that he likes animals.
No, that's true.
Honestly,
Animals
he
live
would,
in trees.
he would probably
arguably
fuck
hates
up a
them.
beaver. You know?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
you did what? You made that
Yeah,
dam with
Mark.
what?
All right, last fight territory here for South Team. This is all they've got left.
All right, static link out from Lysix onto Arzen. Going to sap a ton of damage here. BKB not used yet, and the Pulverize will control any hopes of him getting a BKB off. Any buyback available on Arzen? Yes, there is. Glimpse out onto one. Bringing Lysix back into the danger zone. BKB popped, and Masha going to pay the iron price here. Solar Guardian coming out to heal up Masha a little bit. Perhaps a bit of a reversal, but Yor kills Lifestealer? What the hell? Where's the Lifestealer fighting? Lysix still alive through all of this. Yor has arrived to carry, is present, and I'm not talking about Wits, who does get the kill on ours, and now GG called. This is a 2-0 from AcatSuki. Beautifully executed after they just needed a little bit of a wake-up call in game one. And we see to the depths of the Dire base, the magma is flowing.
Oh man, what a game! What a series from AcatSuki, right? Like they were definitely down in game number 1, but they were by no means out. And in this game, I mean, there was never a chance for South Team. It felt like, dude, look at the stat line of these supports and tell me they had any chance in this game.
No shot. No shot, dude. 0-16,
Like,
2-15 against 12.
And keep in mind, Lion got that one extra kill at the very end of the game. So let's call it what it is. He's 1-15, damn it.
That's so brutal, man. All right.
And
so
then you're a disruptor lineup too, right? It's doubly hard. It's so rough to be in that situation.
yeah, tough draw here for AcatSuki, or for South Team, as I think we're forced to tiebreakers, right?
We are indeed forced to tiebreakers, but I am very much too dumb to figure out exactly what it is. So, to my knowledge, AcatSuki, Fantasy, Lava are all tied with 8 points, and match-wise, they are 3 and 2. I think the only difference is that I think it's AcatSuki Lava that we'll be seeing tiebreakers through, because they are both 6 and 5 with 8 points, matches 3-2, 3 wins, 2 losses. So they are like even. So more Dota today though. There's more, still more. There's another Group B game. Not as high tier, high stakes as this one, but still going to be a good one. And but tomorrow is when the tiebreakers are going to be around. At least to my knowledge. So tomorrow, if you're coming back for tiebreakers, you're going to want to be here probably at the same amount of time. If you don't, like if that's wrong, we'll let you know on socials. We'll figure it all out for you.